We don't have a bank that is worth $1 billion. With all that said, we do not have a bank worth $1 billion. We have, all right. So, all right, that's the problem. We spend 1 trillion, yet we don't have a bank worth 1 billion. All right, we do not have one bank worth $1 billion. As a matter of fact, we have more individual billionaires than we have actual banks for $1 billion. That tells you the type of liquidity problem that we have when if you have an idea. You have a better chance of going to an individual in our community than one of our banks to get the money, and that is a problem. All right. The solution. So the solution is that we will create two things that don't exist in the U.S. right now. Two things that don't exist in the U.S. We're going to create, number one, the first national organization created by descendants of slaves in order to help only the descendants of slaves in the U.S. economically in the U.S. We have a few organizations, not to be named, I guess, in this discussion, this presentation, but none of them are geared toward economically trying to move uh, our people forward. So let's go to um, the second thing we have to do. We create the first and only true democratic organization in the history in which each member votes on every decision. All right, that is what we're gonna do. We will create an organization where everyone has the same amount of power, everyone gives the same amount of sacrifice. And this is where it is, and it says one reason no one accepts true democracy is because everyone sacrificed unevenly, therefore they expect uneven distribution of privileges. In order for a true democracy to work, everyone must sacrifice evenly and evenly distribute the privileges. And that is the problem of the model that we have right now. Everyone doesn't sacrifice evenly, and the privileges are dealt out. You know, we're not going to get off of into other stuff about it. So that's what we want to do. So what we want to do to evenly split the sacrifice of giving away 1 billion a year in 0% interest loans. We ask our members to donate $1 a day for $365 days. So, and if we were able to get 2.739 million people to donate, to join in this organization, we could reach that goal of 1 billion. So that's all we need is 2.7 million people in order to make this a reality. That is such a small number when we're dealing with the people. When said at least the census, we say with you have 40 million black people. So you got to understand that that's the one thing you have to understand. It's not going to be. I would like it for it to be everybody, but I understand that things normally have to start with the 10th. So let's get 3 million people together, and we'll and start to do it. So giving $1 a day. Now this is even sacrifice. See, look at this. Our path to 2.74 million. Just looking at it as far as from and giving away $1 billion annually. We asking each member, bring 7 members in. That breaks down So if everyone that joined the organization looked just to bring in 7 people, and we could get to what 400,000 people roughly, we would pretty much be able to hit our goal within another round of everyone getting 7 people. All right. So that's what I'm saying. We get to 400,000, then it's just everyone gets 7 from that point forward. I'm just giving a little breakdown. All right. The team. What we're gonna understand is that you are the team. That is the whole point of this presentation. That's the whole point of this organization. It is not for anyone to be king of this organization. It's not for anyone to be, you know, in the way that we have powers delegated president and stuff in this organization. What we want is an organization where everybody is the president and CEO. You have to come, and your vote counts in every dollar that is given out. And we come right here because the only thing that we have not tried, I put this picture up here to see, is the only thing that we have not tried, you know, is joining together economically. We have, Martin Luther King pulled at the heartstrings of America with such poetic words, and still we still in the same problem. Maya Angelou, just the same. Have the W.E.B. Du Bois intellectualized the problem as much, and we still have the only thing that we have not done. The only thing we have not done is join together economically in any type of way. So I'm just throwing out there as far as what I would like to see. I would like to see us be able to make 50,000 in a month. I'm just gonna put that out into the atmosphere. I like to see us to make 50,000 a month in a month, and we could get this ball rolling. So I'm leaving this really out to you. All right. So those were the kind of the milestones, and if we were able to follow these milestones, we could be giving out checks. If we could do this, we could be giving out checks in July 2021. That's all I want to give that model for, to give a date as far as what we could do. But I really don't want to. Well, the point of this organization is, it's not really about what I want. And when we come together, we vote on everything and we decide on what it is. I believe in the heart of our people are good and going do good things, do good business. All right. So how do you join? How you join the $1 billion in the Black plan? You go to the $1 billion in the Black plan on GoFundMe page, donate the email that you want. Will be the email that you get, and then you can start to join our Zoom monthly meetings. So after you would go and donate, what I'm asking is a $50 donation. I would not stop anyone from any type of donation that you put in. You're welcome to join the plan, join the Zoom meetings with any type of donation. You're welcome to join the Zoom meetings. Um, because it's kind of put up or shut up type thing. But any donation, you can start joining the Zoom meetings. I would like to say $50. Everyone give or whatever. All right, and then you invite your friends, and you can then donate in the organization. So, all right, this is an area we're just kind of talking about the technology of what we are proposing. What we are proposing, the technology of what we are proposing is a platform in which that we can all come together, and vote weekly on budgets and decisions on what we would, how we would give out or delegate the money. But this is a large platform needing to hold 3 million people or more. So this is going to be a very intensively take a lot of money to uh, keep going with the streaming charges and things that we would have to do with this platform. So I we would watch Instagram Live. I'm sorry, I hate to mention any other, but there were other platforms that are large that kick out if 2 million people get on it, they whole thing shut down. So we're actually looking to put together a monstrous of a network. So uh, I'm actually asking for, and along not only putting the network together, but we are also going to have to use this money to keep the structure of the organization going for 7 years to be able to complete the plan. Um, so we're asking for a hundred on what you call it. We have on GoFundMe. We're asking for $120 million. All right, we're going to raise $120 million, and that's just the money to build the structure of the organization and put it together. And but um, so if you donate, if you want to become on the economic freedom GoFundMe team, the fundraisers, we get the fundraisers 10%. All right, so we doing this because we want to give incentive for those people to fundraise. We should not believe that people should work for free. That is craziness for that. And we have a lot of great fundraisers in our community, and we can just challenge them to maybe get the ball rolling, those people. But I would leave it out there like that to say that those fundraisers, if you join the campaign and you want to raise money with us, you'll get your own code and everything you set out, and you can get 10% of what you get donated. So I went with the 120 $120 million model because I think we uh going to end up giving about 10% to GoFundMe, and we're going to end up giving about, and we're going to give 10% to the fundraisers that help us get to our goal. Uh, so you can go join the economic. All right. So let's just look at some models of how things could go if we started to fund things and think about things in a group mentality, and how little sacrifice you have to give up for each one. All right. So this is just a breakdown of someone buying a McDonald's franchise, and I just had a little thing, and maybe those people that have a lot of money may be able to test this to this or whatever it was. But I believe it's easier to turn uh, 1 million into uh, I believe it's easier to turn 1 million to eight than $1 into eight. It's harder to do to get a sustainable business plan together on $1, but you can make a sustainable business plan together on $1 million and make 8 million all day. So over a set amount of time, So which those people that are in the stock market would say, yeah, I could take that dollar and turn it to eight. So yeah, so though there are ways that you can definitely go from $1 to eight, but they are, I guess maybe are not as known. I guess. So let's go. Let's look at this. If we so say we Say that there was a group of 2,000 people. Uh, let's just say that we gave them the money to start a McDonald's. So we gave them $2 million. We started with this organization. They come to us with this business plan. We want to buy McDonald's. It's 2,000 of us together, and I say, okay, well, we're gonna give y'all $2 million to buy McDonald's or whatever. We're just gonna pay for whatever it costs to get the first McDonald's. All right. That's what I was going. So we would give a 0% interest loan for 10 years. So they don't have to pay us back for 10 years. All right. Just look at this model. You don't have to pay. Now see, anywhere in this model, those people that want to go ahead and do the thing and go ahead and pay us back. But this is looking at them investing, reinvesting. So you have one McDonald's, and we're going to just say that McDonald's made a million. Each McDonald's we have is going to average $1 million. It's going to average $1 million a year in revenue. So, and we're going to get, um, so we get a million the first year. The first year we don't have enough money to buy a McDonald's, so we have to wait 2 years. And in 2 years we buy another McDonald's. Now that McDonald's gives us another million a year. So now we have 2 million. We have 2 million in revenue coming in. We take that 2 million now. We buy another McDonald's. That gains in another 3 million. So now it raises our profits to 3 million. We take that 3 million and we buy two more McDonald's. Say we end the deal, we done got it in where we can actually kind of skirt the line, because McDonald's is average somewhere, below 2 million, right at 2 million. So you can kind of, obviously there a way you can finagle get the numbers. You say you just got it down better, so you can get two McDonald's for 3 million this year. So this is the one section where it kind of is not a stretch, but somewhat a stretch. You just think. Then you buy two more franchises. Now each one of those are giving in 3 more million, 2 more million. So now the overall revenue of coming in now is 5 million. You take that 5 million, buy two more franchises. Then you come back the next year, you made 7 million. You take that 7 million, you go buy three more franchises. And then your overall profit now is 10,000. So now you got enough. I'm 10 million. I'm sorry, 10 million. So now you can take that 10 million and buy five more franchises. So now your overall revenue, getting a million a piece of each one of them, is 15 million. You take that 15 million and you go buy seven more franchises. Now your overall revenue now is 21 million a year. You take that 20 million and you go buy 10 more franchises. So now you're making 20 million a year in revenue. You take that extra 20 million and uh, 20 million more in revenue. So now you're at 40 million. You can go buy 40 franchises. 20 more franchises. Now you're at a revenue profit yearly of $80 million. All right. Now, within 10 years of reinvesting, a group of 2,000 people can own 51 franchises in 11 years with $80 million in profit, and can afford to pay each owner $40,000 a year and employ several hundreds of people, control the tax and nonprofit dollars of the community. and own and control your community. So with this this model, this is a group of 2,000. How many people can afford to give $1 a day to be a part of a group that has that type of growth capability? That in 10 years is likely that, I mean, you probably, most people, when they get money, it's hard. They can't live off of something like that, but most people can live off of 40,000 a year. And as far as a revenue, but I would hope that you would understand, the group would understand at that point, and maybe you want to keep doing the same thing you're doing, take a little bit of profit and keep doing what you're doing. Um, so what's gonna why now? Why now? Why now? Because is it is time for us to do something different. It's time for us to change something. A lot of the problems that we have are truly economic. I know a lot of people want to talk about, I guess, the black on black crime and a lot of other stuff that people want to. And I believe all of those are issues. I don't want to downplay any issue that in our community. But the truth of the matter is everything stems from economics. Everything stems from our economics not being in order. And when we get the economics in order, then you could do, and that's just all it is. And I don't think that um, we should take this path together and build something that could sustain and help the generation. Really, all of this is about, I guess, your kids. If you're really a person that thinks about the next generation, great grandkids, what type of world are you gonna leave your kids? What type of world are you gonna leave your great grandkids? Uh, you know, are you gonna give them any power to be able to decide what they can think or not think or see or not see? Because that's where it's going in this society. Is are you gonna leave them a place where they're allowed to think and do anything? That's why it's now. It's now. All right. So out of the questions that people will say, how do I know that the money donated will be used for the correct purpose? That will always be the first one. Number one answer is, the $365 a year donation will be a joint savings account that's not touched until the group votes to release the funds. The second question is most people is is the $1 billion in the Black Plan so affiliated with any other groups or funded? The answer would be no. We are and always will be self-funded and under the whole integrity to our purpose. You know, frequently asked questions. Do you have and don't have any separate celebrity endorsements? We don't have any, but we allow those who but would you allow those that are contractually tied to those who gain the most from your economic conditions determine whether or not we actually move forward and get economic freedom? Would you really leave everything that you got up to the celebrities and when they say it's time to do something? If it's up to the people that's on the television to tell us when it's time to do something, especially coming up with our economic freedom, you, you're not gonna, because they are the ones that want to always be able to own your thoughts and everything. So if you're waiting for the TV to tell you to um, do what you need to do as far as us economically, then you're going to be waiting a long time. All right. So that is That is there. So if you go to the page and you donate, join, see what we can get done. Thank y'all for those that were able to watch the entire video. Thank you. And you can contact me uh, on Facebook, Martin E. Sims, or Barbershop. You can go to the Barbershop Sports Politics News or bspn.news and contact me. Uh, Once again, I say thank y'all for listening, and God bless. I hope that we can move forward on this thing.